This is Chit and Chat, the encouraging one another podcast. Interviewing musicians, comedians, sports personalities, and many, many other individuals all over the world, sharing their story of encouragement, inspiration, what they've been through, what they've gone through, as well as amazing musicians from all over the world. Kick back and relax. For some amazing people you probably have never heard of and their story. Each of us have a story of hope, of courageousness, of inspiration. This is Chit and Chat, the encouraging one-on-one podcast. It's always about encouraging others. This first song I'm playing is by my good friend Raven Hayden from the Pacific Northwest. This is a song, A Beautiful Place by Grieve the Astronaut. A really fun group to listen to. Check them out. Crank it up. This is A Beautiful Place by Grieve the Astronaut. That was A Beautiful Place by Grieve the Astronaut.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm excited to talk with you. It's been a while, and I'm so excited to hear about your story and your music. So thank you, Sassy. Thank you, Sassy VeZay, for coming on Chit and Chat today.
You're welcome.
Before we dive into some fun conversations, I love kind of throwing some icebreaker questions at my guests, kind of get the wheels going. And I got a few for you. You got your thinking cap on?
I've got my thinking cap on.
Awesome. I love this question because it kind of makes musicians think a little bit. What word would best describe your musical journey? And over the past several years, is there a word that kind of sticks out to you that you kind of rely on or think about often?
Roller coaster ride, I say.
Has it been a roller coaster ride?
Yes, very, very big one. It's very challenging being English in Nashville. There's two reasons for that. The first reason is they absolutely adore the English accent here. And that's a good part of the of that. But the other part is sometimes English sayings are very different. Like a shopping, we call a shopping trolley, they call a cart. That's just one example.
I had a Claire Cunningham on a few weeks ago from Ireland, and she moved to Nashville as well, and she lives in the UK, and it was funny talking about that as well.
Oh, really? How long's she been here?
She's been there, totally forgot, 4 or 5 years maybe.
Oh, she's probably been here longer than me.
She'll probably find me and go, "Oh, you're wrong," but it's pretty close to that, I think.
Yeah, you should. If she's all right with it, you should pass her email and phone number on to me, and I'll say hello to her.
I will.
Before I pop off to I'm going to Paris in a week.
Guess you do a great duet together. How about that?
Yes.
You're most welcome with that idea.
Yeah.
My last name.
Got to know a lot of great writers in Nashville.
Awesome.
Some wonderful people.
When you were growing up, did you want to be a musician, or were you want to do another profession?
I wanted to have my own dance studio because I was a gymnast when I was a kid.
How long did you dance for?
I did tap dance, ballet dancing, disco dancing, modern dancing. I didn't like the jazz. I gave that up. I didn't like that. But I love gymnastics. And I competed in gymnastics for Nottinghamshire in England, for the county. I was pretty good at that. So obviously from doing that for a lot of years and then actually teaching, gymnastics as well, I then got qualifications to be a gymnastics judge at competitions. So I could have done that. And also qualifications to teach gymnastics. I got a few qualifications doing that. And then I just thought, I just always wanted, to teach because I was quite a good teacher from being a young age. So I went straight from school. I went straight back to college and studied YMCA and RSA exercise to music.
Okay.
So I did that. But my little secret is after school, most days, I used to go and daydream on a little field that was just down the road from where I lived. And I used to write little tunes and little songs, but I never told anyone about it. It was my little secret.
Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That kind of sparked your curiosity on being a musician?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I love Olivia Newton-John with a passion. And basically, I thought of doing a tribute act to Olivia Newton-John, but back then I couldn't actually sing very high. So when Shania Twain came out, that was a better fit for me, and I resembled her quite a lot. And when I started singing her songs, because I was heavily influenced by Olivia Newton-John anyway. You know, that's why I always hear harmonies. I always hear harmonies a lot in my head. Even when I'm trying to do the bass line for the song, harmonies come to me sometimes before the actual bass line. You know, but that's because of Olivia Newton-John. But then when Shania Twain came out, I thought, ooh, you know, she sings a bit lower. I can just about do those notes back then. So I started setting up a tribute to Shania Twain. And then I got the leopard skin long floaty coat made, and I had the top and the trousers made by the same seamstress, and she lived near my hometown, and she was really excited about it. And then she started making the Man I Feel Like a Woman outfit, and she made me these. She started sewing the beads on my gloves and things like that.
Nice.
And then I started going, because a few of my friends were musicians, so I started going out with them and just, you know, doing a set, you know, to warm up before they did it. So I basically just went from listening in my bedroom to Shania Twain and learning all her songs to basically just like getting the backing tracks online and learning the songs, and then I was straight on stage. Didn't even hesitate about it.
Wow.
Just straight away, just like boom, 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 bam, on I go. And there were no stopping me with that Shania Twain thing. I used to really like it.
As we're getting into the spring and summer months, what are a few things you like to do? Like when you're not writing and not singing and performing, or you get any hobbies or things you like to do when you're outdoors?
Well, I've got a little chihuahua, a little beautiful little doggy chihuahua, and she's in Nashville with me.
Okay.
I like taking her on long walks, and sometimes go out with my songwriting friends to see bands and other writers singing and, you know, performing and stuff like that. So I kind of like, I think when you're an artist and a singer and a writer, I think you tend to revolve your life around that.
Okay.
And then you fit the songwriters become your mates type of thing, you know, because they're the closest people to you, because they're with you all the time, you know. Yeah, so it's pretty simple for me, really, because I love watching movies. I love watching superhero movies. I'm really into that. And yeah, I watch a lot of films, you know, switch my head off and stuff like that. And I go and, like, if I really need a break from the music, I'll go for a really, 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 like, 4 hours walk or something.
That's a walkabout.
Be gone all day. You know, that's when sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed with everything. You know, if I like try and make myself do too much, I have to take myself on a long walk and sit on a tree and hug a tree with my dog. That's what I do.
Put your tour guide hat on for us in Nashville. I haven't been there in a long, long time. I was there as a kid. I was in Arkansas, so I've been in the Tennessee area several times. And are there three places you love to share about, or, you know, a restaurant or some sightseeing places you'd like to share about in Nashville?
Yeah, I really love going to the Commodore venue. There's this lady called Debbie that she runs the writers round, and she's made that really successful there, and it's in the Holiday Inn, the Commodore, and everybody loves to perform there. A lot of people go from all over the world to come and perform there, so that's one of them. I'd say the other one is a big park which is down near the university. There's a massive, you see the universities here, they're beautiful. They're really beautiful. They've got like loads of pretty things and loads of nice gardens and things like that. And some have got fields, you know, for the sport and that. So sometimes that's one of my favourite places to go around the university.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another
And
one.
you grew up in England. How long
Yes.
did you live in England? And what were some things that you really you miss home at all, or are you more Nashville folk now?
To be honest with you, I for the first year and a half I was coming here after the lockdown, I didn't miss home at all. But now, because I've been coming here 2.5 years, I'm ready to have a bit of time with my own friends and my own family back home, if you know what I mean. I have started missing it recently, and I think, well, I've written 50 songs, so that's 4 albums I've written since last July.
Wow.
And they're all with very, very good songwriters here. And I've managed to write a song with somebody that's quite a very big deal here. He's got hundreds of songs in films and commercials and stuff like that. He's called Michael J. And he wrote a song with me with another guy who's a really good songwriter as well. He's called Thornton Klein. And so we written a song together called Midnights.
Okay.
And that's going to be my next song release, Midnights. It's actually completely off the chart. It's not country music at all. It's the first time I've ever recorded a dance EDM record as well. So I'm really excited about it because
Nice.
Yeah, so when I get back to England, I'm going to be performing that single once when I've released it. I'm going to be performing that. So I might do some openings for people and stuff like that. I'm going to make a dance routine up to it as well.
Awesome. Where'd you grow up at in England? Tell us a little bit about your town.
Nottinghamshire.
Okay.
So I'm from Nottinghamshire. So our day out would be Clumber Park and Sherwood Forest and the Robin Hood's Tree.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They
really like that story here when I tell them that. I think they think that England is just London. A lot of people they don't understand that we've got villages, towns, and cities.
That'd be cool to kind of get go through the areas and find those small villages in the middle of nowhere and kind of meet the people, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would. So I'll tell you what I have missed about England. I've missed a couple of things that are very simple. So when, like in Ireland and in England and Scotland, a lot of places in England, we all have a lot of greenery and a lot of countryside. And over the years, I've probably taken that for granted. And because I've been in Nashville, I've only just started to appreciate actually how beautiful England is. I never really thought about it before because we had it on our doorstep. The other thing is that I've missed is having a local shop to walk to get a jar of coffee, because they don't, in all the garages here, they're about a few miles away. You have to drive there or get a cab. And they don't even sell granules of coffee in a little corner. They don't have little corner shops. They don't have villages. They don't have towns. It's all just drive everywhere. And I miss because I'm from a small town, so I miss the littleness.
Yes.
The everydayness. I miss the communityness.
Community. I'm sure I've really good baked goods. I'm sure someone's always baking something somewhere. I'm sure.
Yeah. And it makes you appreciate your home country more, and it makes you appreciate the people at home more as well. Because you just can't beat the people that you've known a long time, can you?
Have you had people encourage you, inspire you from being little to now about your career and your music and giving you support, and what's that like for you?
Well, my growing up, my dad was table tennis professional coach and player. So I had a very, very motivated father. And my mum was very arty. She was very good at catering and doing like buffets for weddings, and she did them very pretty. So she was very arty, and my dad was very sporty. So I had those two, arty and sporty, influences, from being a kid, and that's why I was sporty. So I think because I had that, it gave me that little edge. So whenever I went into anything, I was quite naturally good at it because I had that influence from them. My mum was the dreamer. My dad was the more serious of the two, and he was more strict. And I would get grounded a lot as a teenager because he didn't want me to go to the bars. Well, we call them pubs, obviously, in
Pubs.
England.
There you go. Yep.
And pubs, yeah.
So what did you decide to come over to Nashville, and why Nashville of all places? Was it just kind of the center of the music industry was Nashville, or was that something called to you, or what?
Well, I was a very big lover of country music because of Olivia Newton-John, and then I took Shania Twain off for a job. So I was always listening to country music. I still listen to Olivia Newton-John most days, and very often listen to Shania's songs as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very largely, should I say, influenced by both of them people. And when I first met a producer in England, I went for an audition for a girl band, but we ended up going with the solo singer route for me because I was very, very ambitious. And the other girls wasn't so much, but I was. So he said it would be better for me to be a solo artist. So I had an audition to sing all the genres. Like I did pop, jazz, country. And then at the end of the few hours when I sang all my audition songs, he said, "You're definitely a country artist." Because I'd been doing all my Shania Twain for quite a few years by then. And then when it came to the audition, I was like, my voice was set up to do country. And obviously country music is, even though this is Music City of all genres, it's especially into country music because it's played at the airports, and you can get cowgirl hats and boots and buckled belts in the airport as soon as you get there. And Dolly Parton's playing, and she's got a lot of big banners around the airports. We love country music, stay true to yourself, and all that stuff. And yes, and all, when you get picked up by a taxi, or as they say in America, cab, they would be, most of them would be playing country music. The street that I live on, they all play country music. So in answer to your question, it's there wasn't a choice for me to want to go somewhere else. I just really wanted to come here and start things running here.
And I know Olivia Newton-John passed away a few years ago. Have you ever met Olivia Newton-John or Shania Twain?
I've not met them, but I've seen Shania Twain live in Hyde Park. And I was in Australia when it was just before we got locked down in England for the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there. They just had a lot of bushfires, and I didn't even know, because I was staying with my cousin and family in Australia, and we didn't all know about the pandemic. We was just listening to the news about the bushfires every day. So when I got back to England, I said, they were announcing all this stuff, and I'm like, what are they on about? Like, And then I was supposed to be going back to Nashville, and then I didn't go. But anyway, what I was going to say was, when I was in Sydney, Olivia Newton-John was playing like 5 hours away. And she was only singing one song. It was a charity event, and I wish now I would have made my cousin take me.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have that little regret, just that little bit of regret there. Yeah, I wish I would have seen her.
You mentioned cowboy boots and hats. Do you have a cowboy hat or any cowboy boots?
I've got 3 cowgirl hats.
All right.
in my living room, hung up on the wall, that I wear every week to go to rights and writers' rounds and stuff. And I performed last night. I wore a big sun hat last night because it was really warm last night. I like the hats and I like my cowgirl boots. I've got about 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 pairs of cowgirl boots here, and I've got about 10 pairs in England, but I couldn't fetch them all over because they weigh too much in the case. But I do love them, and obviously, like now, when I go back to England for a few months, I can't take all me, because I've always wanted a pale pink cowgirl hat, and I've got one now, and it's got diamantes all the way around the middle, and I've got one with stars on, a cerise pink one, but I can't take them all back to England because, you know, I'll squash them all in my case as well, and I can't take all my boots that I've got here either. So
they'll be flat hats.
Yeah, so I'll have to get. I might take the pale pink one because that's my favourite one. I might wear that on the aeroplane. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'm still eyeing them up, thinking what shall I take and what shall I not, type of thing.
My podcast is always about encouraging others. You have a very incredible story. You faced some hardships, and I know you came over in 2020 around the time your parents had passed and stuff.
Yeah.
And you found your faith along the way too. How important was that when you found your faith, and how has it helped you as a musician?
It's been the main thing that's carried me through. You know, because I didn't want to be in England without them, and I didn't know how to navigate life without them. So that's another reason why I wanted to stay in Nashville and get, you know, because it was my mum's dream for me to be a country singer. To be a successful singer. And she thought that I'd love to perform in America, because she said once you perform in America, you probably won't want to come home. And I'm kind of like a bit edgy in that way, but I'm always swayed to go back for the countryside, you know, so I'm not ready to do the green card thing, but I like to have the choice at the moment, you know, I like to go back and forth at the moment. But that's what she wanted for me. And finding the faith was very, very important, because you just, you know, it's so intense, the grief, especially when, you know, because I lost them within 2 months of each other, my parents. So how to navigate life after that, it's very hard to, you know, keep it together. And, you know, I just had to speak to God, and I had to find the faith, and, you know, and do a lot of meditating, and, you know, a lot of walking, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, it's been a very, very tough journey for me, and it's still, and to a certain extent now it still is, really, because it was only 2019 when I lost them both.
And I saw you
very fresh.
And you're connected to a church there too. You do worship and praise music as well. How cool is that, having a family, a church family there to be there for you and pray for you?
Yeah, my next door neighbours, they invite me for a meal up there to the church at the top of the road where I live, and we go. You know, I go not all the time, but I sometimes do a bit of Bible studies, and that gives me a little bit of peace. And they're all really lovely people. And some of my songwriting friends, they have their faith as well. You know, and they've been really good to me, really good friends. You know, I have kind of found a new set of people, you know, I never thought that I'd be able to navigate it as well as I've done, actually, in Nashville. I've done quite well, but it still gets me at Christmas times. It still doesn't feel nice for me at Christmas time, and New Year. It's still, for me anyway. I mean, some people, they would probably have moved on by now, but for me, it's still really hard, because I was very, very close to both parents, mainly, really close to my mom, especially, So that's been really important to find faith. And you see, my mum was a published poet. She's got poems in 15 books all over the libraries in England.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
amazing.
And she was, she'd never done any training in writing, and she was very talented. And when I started my intense writing with a lot of different people here last July, and went on an intense learning journey with hit songwriters. And now, like, if sometimes I've written 2 songs before even midday, like, and I now know that there's always been a natural writing talent there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because now I actually write the song before I even get to the writing session with 1 or 2 people, and I present, like, say 10 ideas to them and say, I've written all these songs this week. Do you like any of these ideas? And then they'll go, oh, we like that one. So we get, like dissecting that one so it sings better, and then we start on the guitar and start getting a tune, and like,
that's cool.
I know. So this week we did, I performed one last night at a writers' round. We called it Back Roads and Broken Hearts, which I wrote it like for Yellowstone. Kevin Costner.
Oh, Yellowstone. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually sang it last night. It goes, back roads and broken heart, where the whiskey burns and the fire starts. Goes like that.
You can keep singing. That's awesome.
Underneath the neon lights, in the darkest nights. Goes like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You ought to hear some of the other ones. Gosh. Phew.
In today's
I've
episode,
really surprised myself, how fast I am at writing now. Like I say, I've even written the song before I even get to the session. And then this week, when we did that Back Roads and Broken Hearts, we had the song completely done and demoed by 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
and
on a mission.
2 days, yeah, and then 2 days later, like last night, I performed it. Yeah.
So on this episode, I'm playing 2 of your songs. I want to get you tell us about them a little bit, okay? So I'm playing Doncaster of the Kingdom, and I'm playing If Your Dog Don't Like Him. Can you share about those songs?
Yeah, the dog song I wrote because one of the guy that I was dating at the time, he didn't like my dog, so I dumped him, and then I wrote a song about it. If your dog don't like him.
I had a funny feeling, but I'm like, I'm gonna ask her first before I judge.
Yeah, I sang that one last night as well. That dog song. They seem to like. It's a bit like a country bluesy song, that one. If your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. It goes like that.
I like that song.
Yeah. And then I might re-record that one day with loads of harmonies, because I'd like to build more harmonies in that song later.
Okay.
But I've got that many. I've written a song last week called I Had an Epiphany last week. And I woke up. Yeah, I woke up saying, I want to be the queen of country. And that's what the song's going to be called. So that's what the song was called. And I'm recording it this Friday, actually this week.
That's awesome. So,
And the other one with the same lady. So I've written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've written 5 songs with a hit songwriter lady called Jan Buckingham. And she does all the rounds in Nashville, and she's written song. I think it was the Tennessee Waltz for Crystal Gale. And then she's written a few hit songs for Whitney Houston and many, many other, famous artists. And you can tell the difference when you're writing with a hit songwriter, because they're really strict, and it's a pleasure. I find I've really taken to Jan, and we're always sending each other cute messages, and we're going in to record 2 of our songs this Friday and Saturday. So I'm the Queen of, I Want to Be the Queen of Country is the first one, and then the other one is I've written a song called Beyond the Stars, and it's like I've written a Disney song basically, because I'd been one night, it was one weekend, and I'd been watching Disney movies all weekend. And I watched that Star one, that Wishes.
Yep.
It's a really nice little film, and I was cooking stuff in the kitchen whilst having the Disney movies on full blast. It was like an all day and night job, because I get in that film mood, nothing stops me. And I started writing this song called Beyond the Stars. And so I decided to, finish writing it with Jan Buckingham. And we're going to record that one this Friday. And that's a lovely song as well. They're really good songs. Honestly, wait till you hear this. These 2 songs they're really, really good.
I'm always
if I
here.
don't
You want
mind
to send me
saying
some
so
songs?
myself.
I'm always here. You send them to me. I'll play them on the podcast. I love playing music by artists from all over the world. I'm also a DJ on Total Mix Radio, so I love playing music on there as well. So you send them to me, I'll get them aired so people can definitely hear them for sure.
Yeah, well, as soon as I release them, the first single that I'm releasing is Midnight, and that's my first ever dance EDM record that I've ever done. So that's pushed the genre, because I want to sing in nightclubs, you see. So I've done a dance record. So I'm going to release that first, and then I'm going to release I Want to Be the Queen of Country. Yay!
Have you met any big celebrities in Nashville? Any other country singers or artists in the area?
Well, Jan Buckingham's quite a big deal, and also Michael J's a big deal. He they don't write with anyone, so you can't just email them and try and get a right with them, because they just won't do it. It's more of getting, they got to know me quite a bit, because one of my writers knew them. So, it's more of they have to get to know you first, and know what you're up to in your career, and then they decide, if you're good enough, type of thing. So it's a bit like you've got to live up to their expectations, type of thing. And then, like, when you do actually get a song with them, you've got to live up to their higher expectation when you record it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like to be there.
Have you sung at some really cool venues along the way? Do you go on tour at all, or you kind of stay in Nashville?
I'm going to Paris for some photo shoots in another week's time, and then I'm heading to England to do some photo shoots, and because I need to do quite a few photo shoots to back up the music, the CD covers for all the singles. And also I'm going to be taking the new singles around England quite a bit. I will set up a tour at one point. I've not set dates to tour yet, but I am going to perform it in England. and then I'm going to have a meeting in Germany and see about I've got somebody in Germany that I speak to about gigs and stuff. And I'm going to speak to maybe doing an EU and UK tour.
Okay.
So that'll be over the next, few years.
You want to share about your website so people can check it out and check out your music and everything else going on, if you don't mind?
Yeah. I've got a website. It's called Linktree, and it's Linktree Sassy VeZay.
Linktree Sassy VeZay.
Yeah, and then my Facebook page is at Sassy VeZay, and my Twitter is at @WonderWoman_, because I like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, she's the greatest.
Great 70s show with Linda Carter. I watched that as a kid all the time.
Yeah,
oh
everybody
my
did,
goodness.
didn't they?
I talked to last year. I talked to a gal up in the East Coast, and she dresses as Wonder Woman. No one knows her real identity, but she works with other people who just go in disguise of superheroes, and they do stuff all over their community. And it was really cool talking to her and other people that they just do that fun charity stuff, and no one knows their true identity.
Where is she? Where does she live? Where does she live?
I'll have to get somewhere in New York area, I believe. I'll have to pass it on to you.
New York.
Yes, up the East Coast somewhere.
There is I have got something up my sleeve to do with Wonder Woman, but I'm not telling you yet.
Ooh.
But that's one of the things I want to do when I get back to England. I want to go to a Costco exhibition. Not a Costco, sorry, cosplay. Sorry.
Okay.
I said Costco.
You won't find cosplay at Costco, just to let you know. I mean, you might find costumes, but
yeah.
but
I'm hopefully going to be setting some Wonder Woman stuff up in England, so I'll let you know.
Little sneaky peeky.
Yeah. So I'd like to. I said I wanted to do that before, but I didn't get round to it because I've been trying. I've been coming to Nashville for 2.5 years now since we got let out of the pandemic lockdown in England, and I've been in Nashville for a good year, like continuing year. So I'm ready to come to England and do some English stuff. I'm ready to drink tea again, and I mean I drink tea here, but I go for a lot more coffees with my friends, and they want me to go out with them and enjoy myself a little bit because I've been working really hard on my songs and everything.
You had me coffee. I love coffee.
Yeah, I like your coffee, but I've got to try and not do so much work all the time. I'm going to try and get a bit of a life. So I'm not always doing it, because when you're in Nashville, you're just like, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, and you're pulled in all directions.
I need a break.
You've got to have very, very high standards. So I'm ready to have the English laid back life, for at least until after Christmas, and then I'll probably come back maybe at the end of this year, just before Christmas, to do some more recording in Nashville, or I might wait. I'm going to do some recording in England anyway. I might even do some in Paris as well. I'll see how it all pans out.
Being down south for a little while, have you got an accent at all, or?
Well, my sponsor in England, he thinks that my speaking voice has slightly changed.
Oh.
But my best friend spoke to me today, and she said she doesn't think it has at all.
Do you say reckon or y'all often?
I say y'all in text.
Okay.
Because they say that to me, so I do say that back. And like today, I was talking to my best friend in England, and I said groceries instead of shopping. So I do slip up now, and I do say because I've been here for a good solid year. So, and I visited Canada in between that, to see my friends, my radio friend and that. But I say cab a lot now, and like because I've been here a year, the terminologies that Americans use, I have started saying it, a lot of things. It's funny when I go shopping and I say trolley, and they just don't know what it means. Because they say everything's a cart. Oh, and something else as well, in England we still have human beings to collect the rubbish bins.
Yep.
And Americans call it trash. Yeah. We still call it bin. And they have in Nashville, they have they have a big lorry with an electronic arm that picks them up, empties them, and puts them back. So they just have drivers for the trucks. But we still have 4 bin men, actual people
pick it up
doing the bins. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Do you been drinking sweet tea at all? I love sweet tea. I'm from Arkansas. I love sweet tea.
Oh, do you?
What's your beverage?
I'm not really that keen, no. I'm more, I like, to be honest with you, I only drink decaf coffee or Lady Grey or Earl Grey tea. And I've got to say, even though they say it's Twinings Earl Grey decaf, it's not as good as English tea. No way, man. No way.
You eat some real tea, right?
Yeah, we have properly lovely Lady Grey and Earl Grey tea. It's that, they say that they do it here, but it's nowhere near as nice as English tea. Nowhere near.
This podcast is about encouraging others. You want to share any words of encouragement for a musician out there, or maybe someone who a dancer, or someone doing whatever? It's some encouraging words you can share today with somebody.
Yeah, I would always say to people, never give up on what you want to do, because it's your own dream to have, and you should be able to do that dream however you see fit. And don't only listen to certain people. Don't listen to everyone. And be your own, have your own tuition and your own advisory, and don't let anyone, don't ever sign to a little record label if you're in music, because a lot of people are just after you publishing on the songs, and become your own expert, what your standard is, or what you want your standard to be, and keep going for that standard, and until the roller coaster rides just send you dizzy. Well, that's what it does to me. It makes me dizzy after a bit.
As we wrap up this roller coaster ride of a podcast, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing your new music coming out. And I wish you the best and safe travels. Hope you can stay in touch.
Yeah, I will stay in touch. I'll just let you know what the songs are that are out now that people can get. There's Slow Dance, Headlights, Good Girl, and Say Hello, that I recorded in England. And then I've got what I recorded in Nashville, but they are live sessions. They're not actually the full production, but they're more like live feel to them with the live bands and that in Nashville. Then it's If Your Dog Don't Like Him, Doncaster and the Kingdom, and there's another single out called Hometown Ghost Town, which I wrote for my hometown, that because I didn't want to stay in my hometown after my mum and dad, and I wrote that. And those the dog Slow Dance, in fact, all of them songs have all been played on the BBC radio in about 35 different counties in England. And I've got my own artist page, which I upload my own music on the BBC website as well.
That's awesome.
So that's the songs for everyone at the moment. And I'm releasing another song. Sorry?
I will tag you when it comes out too, so you'll see this podcast when it comes up, and probably next Wednesday it'll be out probably.
Oh, great stuff! Yeah, that'll be superb.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Yes, it was so much fun.
Yeah, and if anybody wants any advice or anything like that, and they're really struggling, tell them to get in touch with me, and I'll always help people, steer them in the right direction.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You take care of yourself.
People. Thank you.
It's been an honor. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
This is a song by my guest today, Sassy VeZay, Doncaster and the Kingdom. Really good tune.
They come from Doncaster and all over the kingdom. Young boys, even from England, go off to war to protect us all. They fight for us, they stand tall. They want me to go, what am I gonna do? To war, to fight for me and you. I won the medals, they say, for being brave. Even if it meant going to my grave. Some are old, some did not make it back. For those who go to the graves dressed in black, we honor them all. Oh, they kept us free to keep our country for you and me. They want me to go. What am I gonna do? To war, to fight for me and you. I won the medals, they say, for being brave. Even if it meant going to my grave. They earned the Victoria Cross.
That was Doncaster and the Kingdom by Sassy VeZay.
This is Sassy VeZay if your dog don't like him.
You know the feeling when you meet a new love. Think that maybe the one fits like a glove. Have a picnic with a bottle of wine. Everything is perfect, so you think there's time. There are some telltale signs. Squeezes your hand and say, girl, that's your mine. It's not what he does, it's not what he says. You know it's wrong when your dog hides under the bed. If your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. There's nothing that he said, nothing that he's done. Right now, it may be fun, but if your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. All my friends told me he was no good. They told me I was lucky that other guys know I never would. You know they come over at night afraid of sun. And if your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. But if your dog don't like him, it hides all on the bed. He thinks we go together like butter and bread. Right now, it may be fun, but if your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. But if your dog don't like him, girl, you better run. Woo! Yeah.
19th Hole and Bar and Grill at 2171 Erlands Point Road in Bremerton. Are you looking for a place to wind down for some nice cold beverages, some amazing food, and amazing customer service as well? Come on down to 19th Hole Bar and Grill. It's a great atmosphere where you can hang out with family and friends and maybe co-workers as well. Come on down. Did you know it's one of the oldest bars in Kitsap County dating back to 1939, and their menu is to die for. Every week, every day, something special. Like Sundays and Mondays, steak night, Tuesdays, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, wing night, and Fridays are always fish and chips night. With amazing halibut and cod. They also got burgers, sandwiches, salads, and much, much more. And you've got a banquet room for bigger gatherings of friends and families for like birthday parties and whatever shindig you got. Did you know they are rated #1 bar and grill in the best of Kitsap County in 2022 and 2023? They're locally owned and operated. Maybe if you're too busy to stop in, place your order today. Call 360-813-3501 or go to the website at 19thholebarngrill.com today. Their hours are 11 to 11 Monday through Friday and 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday. This is 19th Hole Bar and Grill in Bremerton. Eat local, eat well. What do you get when you combine a brick oven, some homemade sauces, hand-breaded JoJo's, hand-breaded chicken, homemade dough, all in one place? you will find some of the best tasting food in Kitsap County. I'm talking about Chico Chicken and Pizza. Their menu ranges from all kinds of pizzas and specialty subs. They have some really good chicken meal deals for the family and great tasting sides. And their chicken is not your normal run the chicken. No. They don't throw the chicken in some fryer and call it good. Their chicken is brined, breaded, pressure fried, and prepared in a classic brine. They season it to perfection. Then they pressure fry it to a delicious golden brown to deliver the best tasting chicken in town. Some of the great sides they have are baked macaroni and cheese, with JoJo's like bacon and cheddar and garlic and parmesan, as well as baked beans and potato salad. Everything is made with the freshest ingredients every day. They are locally owned and operated, so why not give Chico Chicken and Pizza a call today and place your order at 360-550-4041 or their website at chicochickenandpizza.com. They are also located at 2165 Erlands Point Road in Wilmington, and they're open from noon to 10 p.m. every day. That's Chico Chicken and Pizza. Eat well, eat local.
This next song is by Mr. Brett Dooley. He wrote this song for his son. He wanted to have something that reflects what his childhood was about. He remembers him making toys out of all kinds of weird things at the house, and he's fighting dragons and whatnot. This is Brett Dooley's song for his son called Imagination.
Have you ever imagined a world where you can do anything, be anyone you want, and all that is needed to make it come true? It's a few simple items, anything will do. You can slay a dragon with a paper tube, and all your teddy bears become a carnival troupe that explores the jungle ruin right outside your back door. As the puppy dogs charge you like a giant wild boar, and the possibilities grow as you let your mind create worlds that only you know. Magic castle from a couch in a box. You set off on your journey while you're still in your socks. You might find a treasure while exploring your room as you defend your tiny little friends in the attack of a broom. You can slay a dragon with a paper tube, and all your teddy bears become a carnival troupe that explores the jungle ruin right outside your back door. As the puppy dogs charge you like a giant wild boar, and the possibilities grow as you let your mind create worlds that only you know. Your adventure can be anything you might imagine. A fortress in a tree or an ocean to explore. You can't create anything, there's no need to look for a special magic ring or a spaceship from your car. You can slay a dragon with a paper tube, and all your teddy bears become a carnival troupe that explores a jungle ruin right outside your back door. As the puppy dogs charge you like a giant wild boar, and you slay a dragon with a paper tube, and all your teddy bears become a carnival troupe that explores a jungle ruin right outside your back door. As the puppy dogs charge you like a giant wild boar, and the possibilities grow as you let your mind create worlds that only you know. You can slay a dragon under the sea, swing from the trees like a chimpanzee. So many stories written in your mind when you use imagination. emotion all of the time. Only you know. When you're tired at the end of the day, so good. You ride up to the sunset on a horse made of wood. And then it's time to let your eyes shut slow. You let your dreams create worlds that only you know.
That was Mr. Brett Dooley, Imagination. When we transported back in time to, say, the 1950s, as soon as you arrive at the Big Apple Diner, you'll be transported back in time. Their decor is amazing. Their menu is amazing too, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Try something different each time you go. I've had the penny pincher combo, which is a combination of quarter pounder with cheese, french fries, and a milkshake or drink for $9.99. Where can you find a meal for $9.99? And they have over 30 flavors of milkshakes. You can literally have a milkshake a day and never get enough of the milkshakes, pies, and sundaes at the Big Apple Diner. Dine in or take out, so you can check them out. They're located at 6720 Kitsap Way in Bremerton, and their hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they're closed on Mondays. Swing by and check them out. The Big Apple Diner. The website is thebigapplediner.com, or you can call and place your order today at 360-373-8342. Eat well, eat local, eat at the Big Apple Diner in Bremerton. What do you get when you're a single mom that has a vision to a blooming full-time business? Go for it. That's what Amanda Zobrist has done. She has started the Dandelion Sticker Company. She has a knack to create almost anything. At the Dandelion Sticker Company, she can create tumblers, stickers, t-shirts, and much, much more. From little sizes to big sizes to really big sizes, she wants to make your vision a reality. Working with small businesses is her compassion in her community that allows her to make a meaningful impact on a local level. Looking for business to help you promote your business? Check out Dandelion Sticker Company. Her high quality stickers are perfect for your products, advertising your services, and getting your business out there for the world to see. I'm so excited to Chit and Chat, encouraging one other podcast to be working with the Dandelion Sticker Company to create merchandise to sell in the future. Please reach out and let us know what you might be interested in. Got some ideas that you want created for your business or personal use? Check out dandelionsticker.com. Dandelion Stickers is locally owned and operated in Silverdale, Washington, but you can reach her easily by emailing dandelionsticker.co@gmail.com. You can also find her on Facebook too. Make your vision a reality with the Dandelion Sticker Company today. Our next song is by Caruso, and it's such a powerful song. It really is, and it's called "Give Me Jesus." And I'm sure we all go through those hard times in our lives where we're facing difficulties and challenges along the way. This is "Give Me Jesus" by Caruso.
In everything I do, give me Jesus. In the morning when I rise, as the hours pass on by, and the stars sit up in the sky, give me Jesus.
was Give Me Jesus by Caruso.
This is Chit and Chat, the encouraging One Other podcast. What it's all about, encouraging others. Thank you so much for joining the podcast today here on Chit Chat, encouraging one another. There's a great interview with Sassy, VeZay. Really fun talking with her and sharing her amazing music as well. Also, thank you to Grieve the Astronaut, Brett Dooley, and Caruso for letting me share their music as well. Just love sharing music, encouraging others, and just having a great time. Thanks for joining the show. Please subscribe and follow to the podcast. It's all about encouraging others, just having a good time, meeting people from around the world, sharing their story. Till next time, my name is Jody. I'm the host here on Chit Chat, the encouraging one other podcast, where it's always about encouraging others. See you next week.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.